Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Side Hustle with Mo. I am Mo, and I'm here to talk to you about car trackers. So, are you a car rental host? Have you been doing Turo? Have you been using other platforms? Have you been renting your vehicles out to people, and you don't have a tracker on any one of them? Um, I don't know. I don't know why you do that. So, do you have a tracker? If you have a tracker, you're good. If you do not have a tracker, stay here and understand why you need to have a tracker when you are renting out your vehicles. Now, if you're not renting out your vehicles and you're driving your vehicle by yourself, or your spouse, your loved ones, or your family members are the ones driving your vehicles, even your friends, then that's fine. You don't necessarily need to have a tracker on it. But if you are doing a car rental business and you'll have strangers, random people come rent your vehicle, then I think you need to have a tracker on it. I have been doing car rentals for 4 years now. When I started, I didn't have a tracker. I learned the hard way. I don't want you to learn the hard way. Go buy a tracker. Go on Amazon, go in stores, look for trackers, see what works for you. Have a tracker on your vehicle. Because as simple as it sounds, it's possible for you not to think about it. The benefits of having a tracker outweighs whatever cost savings or whatever reason you might decide not to have a tracker. As a host, a car rental host, you are allowed to have trackers on your vehicles. You are not invading anybody's privacy. Whatever tracker you have should not be on the car keys. You're not tracking the person, you're tracking your vehicle. Think about it. Your vehicle is probably one of the most expensive assets or liabilities. Some people see vehicles as liabilities. Again, perspective. But the point is, your vehicle is going to be one of the most expensive things that you own. You just want to know where it is for peace of mind. One is peace of mind. Two is when things go wrong. You could have a guest that doesn't want to return your vehicle. Happens. Trust me, it happens. I've had it happen a number of times. And in those situations, it's helpful for you to know where your vehicle is. It also helps whoever is going to tow your vehicle. You can't tow a vehicle you can't find. That's the thing. So if you go through to road, they're going to ask you, do you know where the vehicle is? If you don't know where the vehicle is, there are ways, but they are a lot more complicated. It's a lot more complicated. It takes more time because they need to find the vehicle. If they can't find the vehicle, then they need to file a missing vehicle report or stolen vehicle theft and all of that. That's more time that you spend without your vehicle. That's money you're losing. If you have other trips coming up, then you most likely need to cancel those trips. At least if it's within a few days or the day after your vehicle is declared missing and all that, chances are those trips will be cancelled and you won't, most likely won't get reimbursed for those trips. Trips not taken, you most likely won't get reimbursed for those. So yeah, that's money that you're losing right there just because you don't know where your vehicle is. And so having a tracker just makes sense. Again, go online, go in stores, see what kind of trackers works for you. The first tracker that I started with didn't work for me, so I switched to something else, and that's what I've been using since. Just make sure you know where you have a tracker so you can say where your vehicle is at all times. Sometimes guests will pick up your vehicle, they won't return it and they won't pick up. Turo calls them and they won't pick up. And they might not even be at home. Sometimes the address that they list, the address that's on their driver's license, might not be up to date. It might not be updated. So that happens as well. It doesn't mean that the address they gave was wrong. It was just not their current address. And in fact, the vehicle might not even be in their home. It might not even be at their address. It could be anywhere. It could be at a friend's place. It could be at the airport. Your vehicle could literally be anywhere. It could be 1,000 miles away from you. It could be 1,500 miles away from you. It could be several states away. The only way you know for sure where your vehicle is within minutes is to have a tracker on it. So have a tracker on it. Let your guests know that the vehicles are being tracked. You're not tracking them, right? Again, don't put the trackers on the key holders. You're not allowed to do that. Don't track you're not tracking the person, you're not tracking the guest, but you're tracking your vehicle. It makes sense. No guest is gonna say because you have a tracker, then they are not going to rent your vehicle. I mean, if they do that, then they should go rent the next vehicle. Hopefully, they find a vehicle without a tracker on it, or they just go buy their own vehicle. But anyways, I'm rambling. The point is, make sure you have a tracker. It makes sense. It gives you peace of mind. You can track your vehicle. You know where it is. You are not always going to need it, but sometimes it happens. It happens more times than you think that you need to be able to say where your vehicle is. Sometimes the guests will book your vehicle and they just leave it. They just leave it somewhere. Sometimes they leave it on the side of the road. You really can't control what people do to your vehicle and where they leave it and how they treat it. But when you have a tracker, then you know where your vehicle is. Now, when you have a tracker on the vehicle and you let your guests know you have a tracker on the vehicle, you're not going to leave the tracker on the seat. You're not going to leave the tracker on the dashboard. You're going to hide the tracker somewhere in the vehicle that they cannot find it. Because when they find your tracker and they disable it or they throw it out, they throw it away, then it defeats the purpose. So have a tracker, but you're not going to hide it where they can easily see. It's not going to be in plain sight. You're going to hide it somewhere in the vehicle. Find out where that is. I'm not going to tell you where to hide your tracker, but my point is have a tracker attached to your vehicle that works and sends you real-time data. Now, if you have a tracker that the last time it updated was 2 days ago, I'm not sure how helpful that's going to be if you need to find your vehicle. So you need a tracker that gives you real-time details every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes, every 15 minutes. Still okay, still works. But find a tracker that gives you real-time details of where your vehicle is. You don't need something too fancy. You can go ahead and get something that tells you the speed. You can go ahead and tell you something that tracks the location, like the distance driven, the speed at which they're driving, or point A, location A to location B. You can do all that. The trackers that keep track of the journeys over a number of days. You can do that if you want. You don't necessarily have to, but make sure that the tracker you have gives you real-time details of your vehicle, real-time location of where your vehicle is. If you're new here, please subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.